What's going on YouTube? It's Brendan from Market Makers, your home for Wyckoff and Fibonacci TA. So we're going to do a special combination video today. We're going to go over the SPX, the NDX, and Bitcoin because I left you 2 days ago. I didn't make a video yesterday. I was traveling, but 2 days ago I told you the CPI report was coming out, came out yesterday. That came in hot. And the markets dumped. They were recovering today until some more news was circulating about potentially a hike before the meeting, a hike of 1%. The market had priced in a quarter-point hike. So the CPI report says 7.5%. They do a lot of tricks with that because the same CPI report from 1982 would have inflation over 15%, almost 16% right now. But the thing to know is the market structure in these markets because they're all interlinked. This is what we talk about all the time. I want to show you this and show you what's going on with Bitcoin. Just spend a couple minutes here. This is the SPX, okay, the S&P 500. This is the daily. This is Wyckoff. Here's your 233 moving average. Here's your 55. This is not a death cross. It's in between both of them. The key concept to look at here, and you're going to see this on the NDX as well, the NASDAQ, is the higher lows, okay? So we were up here and we were pumping, recovering yesterday, looking like we're going to break some key fib resistance and possibly move back up. And by the way, this is the all-time high right here. So I've said this repeatedly in my other video series. If there is one market that can make a new all-time high, the SPX is definitely that candidate because it's not that far off from the current all-time high. If you just pull this here, where price is now you're about 9% off, but you were within 5% of the all-time high yesterday. Now you're about 9%. But looking at the market structure, okay, this is what we're looking at here, higher lows. So this is still bullish even though we had this dump, okay? And a lot of stocks dumped and Bitcoin dumped, but we need to look to see if they held key market structure to see if overall we are still bullish or not. Now, I've told you guys in the other video series, I do believe we have more upside. Until we lose key market structure, we have more upside. Until the Fed actually cuts funding from the market, until they stop buying mortgage-backed securities and injecting $40 billion a month into the marketplace. All of this is theater, okay? We have Ukraine escalations going on as well. The president told U.S. citizens to leave Ukraine because of the issues going on over there with Russia. Lots of moving parts, but market structure, the candles will always tell you the story, and this is still a bullish structure overall on the SPX. Now, the NDX, same exact concept here, okay? The NDX, you still have your higher low structure. You can see how similarly they move together, right? So this is much further off, I believe, from the all-time high, which is, where is that over here? Let's see, I'll just grab it over here. And we are now, yeah, I mean, this is 4% away from a crash, okay, off the all-time high. It's at minus 15%. And it had made progress to about 9%, minus 9%. But everything went down. But again, the key market structure, you still do not have a death cross. And again, a death cross does not mean the market's going to hell, but a death cross is a hallmark signifier of a bear market, particularly in the stock markets. Every bear market has a death cross. The Russell 2K already has a death cross, okay? But we can still get more upside unless we start losing this key market structure. Obviously, the markets are closed now. There'll be after hours trading and then pre-markets before Monday. But we'll see what happens with that. I'll keep you guys updated. Let's move on to Bitcoin. So what does this mean for Bitcoin? Well, let's look at our fibs and let's see what happened here. So let's get our downside projections. As you can see, we still have our 382. We haven't even tested it. We did get a long shadow now because Bitcoin declined. This is on the weekly time frame. We're going to look at this obviously in another time frame. Let's get our upside projections as well. Upside, we were above the 1 fib and now we're below the 1 fib. And again, that's the weekly time frame. So let's go ahead and look at our daily and see what's changed here, if anything fundamental has changed. As you can see, this candle did flip down from the upside. We're going to look at this in Wyckoff, and we're going to look at this boxed up in Darvas boxes so we can see exactly what's happening with the price action. Here you have your 89, your 144 in teal, and the red is your 233. Again, area of peak resistance, and notice they are descending, right? It's slow, but they are descending. They were at the point D, about 47,250, and they are descending down. So we lost some key support here at the 1 fib, but we'll see this on the other side as well. Let's look where the VPVR is because of this change in volume. You can see your point of control has declined from up here at point D. Now you have more candles in this range. So now this is your point of control and you're below volume resistance. So it's not a, I don't know, it's not a sunny projection, but we have to look at this from some different angles to get a better understanding. Here's Wyckoff. Again, key concept here, guys, that we're looking at. This is the daily time frame. You have your low. You could even say you have your higher low, and you have your higher low still. Okay, so you still have a higher low series going on here, and you are still relatively within this Darvas box, and this could end up just being a down thrust. Okay, this is the daily time frame, so you're starting to get more candles here. You have your buying climax candle, your reaction, your up thrust outside your trading range, your sign of weakness. You still have your 45 demand line. Overall, this is still good, strong, bullish market structure. And I'm not sugarcoating this for you. This is just the market structure the way it is. If we lost this higher low, I would tell you and say that I'm very concerned. Another thing to look at here, looking in the, here, this is better view. This is also the daily, but here's your 233. We haven't lost the 233. Where am I concerned at for Bitcoin? Now, obviously, this move down from here to here has dramatically, I'm sure, affected many of the altcoins, but I'm concerned if we lose the 233, lose our demand line. That's a 45 angle. That's where I'm concerned, and that's when most likely we're giving up these candles and coming back into this trading range, okay? And this is a bearish action. You're giving up all of this progress that you made. You could very well be on your way to a decline. But again, so much of this is tied to the other markets. Bitcoin dumped when the NASDAQ and the SPX dumped and the Russell 2K dumped. They're all tied together. It's the same big money in all of these marketplaces. So let's look at this, just walking through the Wyckoff steps here on daily, or 4 hour, I'm sorry. This is a 4 hour 233. You have your buying climax candle. You can see more candles. Your automatic reaction, up thrust outside the range, sign of weakness, try to hold support, and now you have what is currently your down thrust. It is no longer your down thrust. Like I said, if you lose this key support and start falling down, that would be very bearish. But you haven't even touched the 233. Not overly worried about it at this point. We can pull a fib here. Let's get a fib projection from right about there. And let's see where this is touching. This is touching the 382. So you're holding your 382 at 42,202. So this is all bullish for right now. Again, this is a 4 hour time frame. So it gives you more candles, a little bit more clearer picture what's happening here in Bitcoin. Let me go ahead and get rid of this and let's look at some indicators and see what's going on here. Let's check out our ALMA. You're still green in the 4 hour time frame. You're green until you fall below 39, which again, you fall below 39, you're back in this lower trading range. So that makes perfect sense. Always check for confluence of your indicators. And let's look at a couple different things here. Let me see, what's our Caterpillar doing? We're starting to bottle up still. So we are below the median line, okay? So we want to flip that back up, go to the upside here. And I think, you know, this could easily happen. I think we can get some more buying momentum. I don't think we have to be stuck below the median line here. And then let's look at Ichi on the 4 hour as well. And we lost our moving averages, but we haven't touched our support cloud. Look at it. That's crazy. Look how the cloud is lined up with the 45 angle. So again, this area right here is a lot of support. The 233, your 45, the Ichi showing you there's a lot of support there for that thick cloud, okay? Now this is starting to thin out up here at the top because you can see the curvature as well in the moving averages. So this is going to get thinner. So you need price to come back up to keep this cloud moving up along that 45 angle. And let's look at our GAN support and resistance. That made it a little bit busier here on the screen, but we're holding 42.1 and the next level is 43.1. That's where we got to flip. And I'm sure the VAMA or volatility moving averages are beneath us still. Yeah, we were losing it just a little bit there, but we have most of the volatility still beneath us, which gives us the ability to make big moves. Now, am I anticipating big moves? Well, let's look at our ATR. No, I'm not anticipating big moves because our ATR is very elevated. Look where it is. This is our big move line where we have been having big moves in trend. Now, like I said, you can move up or down from anywhere. Right here, this is when we dumped, got this little spike up. But in general, you want this to come down and decline. So if you assume that we're coming down to this baseline before we either have a mega pump or a mega dump, this could be a couple days. It all depends on the candle action because remember, volatility is a separation of candles. And our phase angle, EMAs are down. Accumulation obviously was showing negative. Let's check our ALMA out here. And yeah, I mean, everything's going to be red. Let's see. Let's look at the daily and get our, I want to get our projection, the polynomial projection, if I have that somewhere on one of these charts for the daily. Maybe it's this one. Yeah, here it is. 66,767. So it hasn't changed much. And again, when you zoom out and you look at this on the daily time frame, okay, when you look at this on the daily time frame, you haven't lost any key structure at all. You're making a down thrust in your trading box, your Darvis box here. So as long as you can reclaim this, the next step will be you come back up and you move back up towards the top of the box again, okay? And then eventually you accumulate, your volatility gets lower, and then hopefully you get a pump. But again, if the market sentiment is down, say Monday, Tuesday, and stocks sell off and they lose key support structure, I would not be surprised at all to see Bitcoin lose key support structure. So let's sum it up. What does that mean for this weekend? This weekend, watch Bitcoin. Make sure you hold the 233 on the 4-hour time frame. All of you can add that onto your charts. You want to hold the 233. Let me go ahead and throw that back on here so you can see it. Key support structure right here, your 233. You want to hold that and stay above it. And right now that is at approximately, and this will move up with price, it's approximately at 41,862. So roughly just shy of 42K. And you have GAN support here at 42.1. So you want to hold that, okay? That's where you want to be. And you want volatility to come down. And then you want to see Bitcoin start inching its way back up. And you want to see these other marketplaces holding their key support structure, which you won't really see until Monday. But as of now, they are all solid, okay? They had a down day, but they're still solid. If we get a death cross in these markets, then we'll be talking about how that will affect Bitcoin. And guys, if you like this type of TA, check out a link to our Discord in the video description. Come get some education with us, learn how to trade with us, learn the Wyckoff process, learn how to trend trade, learn how to do Fibonacci patterns. We have a lot of material in there. And of course, check out BITGET. You get all the bonuses with our link. No VPN, no KYC. That is in the video description as well. Everybody have a fantastic Friday evening. Be safe tonight going out, and then I'll see you guys Saturday. Take care, everybody.